Generic greetings! I think it's about time I admit I may have a little bit of a problem. It's my problem, so I'm not ashamed of it. Also, I am aware of other people with the same affliction, so I guess I get some comfort knowing that I'm not alone. The thing is, I was playing a game completely unrelated to this the other day, talking to a friend, just catching up on life and, you know, just nattering away, and the subject of trains came up somehow, and the conversation pretty much devolved immediately into something like this. Trains? Trains. You want to play a bit of trains? Railroads and that. Trains, play some track, you know, cars and that. Trains, railroads, trail roads, Sid Meier's with a bit of rail trains. And, long story short, a couple of hours later, I'd put a lot of track down in places and played this for quite some time. It's strange because I can't really think of any other game that I really care about when it comes to trains, and that's the thing, this is such a good game. I featured it several times on the channel, and any excuse I have, I will play it, hence why I've got a beverage with me today. Today's track laying and train placing beverage is a nice cup of tea. Let's go to single player, and we're going to do the Great Britain map. If you've never seen this, I'm very surprised because I've featured it several times on the channel, but I guess it's a while ago now. You basically lay track and you have to buy out other people's stock. There's also, depending on which map you do, there's like a different objectives. So, for example, in Great Britain, you have to make history by connecting Liverpool and Manchester and the world's first railroad, and then you buy stock, and then if you get these completed, then you can win based on the overall coins that you get, because 3 awards, and if you buy out other people's railroad, then you win as well. So let's go to this one. Standard starting year and end years. Difficulty level is investor. Routing difficulty is medium, because if you have it on high, it can be complicated. Basically, if you have it on medium, it's not too bad, because it means if trains would block each other's path, they will happily sit there until they can get around, or after a while, maybe a couple of minutes, they'll go sack it and then just drive through each other. So it looks a bit dodgy, but it means that if you've got a problem that can't be fixed, then it will drive through. On hard, and then they won't do that at all, which is problematic because the game can be a bit derpy at times, and you can get a situation where everything just breaks. So let's click OK on that one, and we'll just pause it for a second, and we'll have a quick look around. I'm in Hastings here, and then we can see that London is just up to me on the sort of left here, the top left here. That's fine. If we look around, we've also got some Portsmouth Sheep Farm, and we've got some London Beef Company. You can see all the numbers here. That's actually what they supply, and then you can see everything has a supply and a demand. So this London supplies 1 personnel and 1 mail. 1 person, 1 mail, so passengers, and then Hastings is pretty much the same thing. It's also a demand for coal and food, and you can get it from, there's a coal company there, there's a fish market there. So if you, for example, run from Chelmsford, the Chelmsford Fishing Company, if you run fish from there to Chelmsford, which requires food, it actually turns, it requires food, it actually turns fish into food, and then you can run that elsewhere. So the idea is to connect these up and move them around. Let's just open up our stocks here. We can see what people own. The first objective, if we go to victory screen, is make history by connecting Liverpool and Manchester. Liverpool, and then we connect them up. And then also, if we connect your fledgling line from predatory investors, get a 70% stake in my company, so that shouldn't be too difficult. So let's go to track, and we'll run some track from Hastings up to London. So we'll run it all the way up to London, like so, and then we could run it up and around. What I tend to do is try and block it off so other people can't get in. It's not normally possible because they can, they can pretty much get in there, and it's problematic. But anyway, let's just unpause, and there we go. So I don't know why, but the frame rate's gone to absolute dog. So there we go. There's that all connected up. Job done. So what we need to do now is get a train and then run it from there, and we'll have 3 passenger car, 1 mail. No, actually, yeah, that'll probably do. Then we'll drop it off at London, and it'll come back. Basically, it cycles through these. Then we'll click OK. That'll connect the 2. That's all good. Excellente. Then what I'm going to do is go to double track, and then I want to double track London up to about here, and then I want to then run a track up to Chelmsford. So up and around like so, and then through Chelmsford like that, and then straight down into the fish market at the back there. And then what we'll do is connect up the fish. No, I won't, because I haven't got enough money. I'm going to sell a bit of my stock to get myself some cashage, and then we'll connect up these 2. And what that allows me to do is then go to train and go from the fish market, and we'll fill that right up, and then we'll say wait until full, close that, then go to there and then drop it off. Now I could clear it, so it means it would empty the carriages and then come back on its own. But because it's such a short distance, I really don't mind them going there and back like that. So that's fine. That's all that's sorted. Then what we want to do is probably double track it again from Chelmsford all the way to London. Then what we'll do is we'll have a thing running from Chelmsford up to London. But I don't think we're going to do that just yet because of well, mainly the lack of money. So here we go. You can see this is going to come in. This is all good. What I also want to do in Chelmsford, you can see this cannery here, which actually is going to cost me 96 grand if I actually try and buy it. That's the starting buyout. But you can also see there's a revenue there. If I buy it out, so we'll start an auction, see if anyone wants to bid. Now, hopefully the computer's not going to be a bit of a dial, but we'll see what happens. We've got George Hudson, George Stevenson, and Isambard Brunel, Isambard Kingdom Brunel, I believe. Anyway, so if I buy this, then that's good because it means I get the revenue from this cannery here, which, as you can see, is filling up. You get. So what I'm gonna have to do is bid again. There we go. So I'm really trying to buy this thing. And as you can see on the top right, I have only £3,000 in the bank. But I am going to get this cannery, which is good in the long term. There we go. Job done. Where is my competition? So I've got some Salisbury there. Mayor of Peterborough solicits railway, apparently. So there'll be a quest to go over there and sort that out. So Salisbury to Bristol. That's not a bad little route he's got going there. And then we've got Oop North. Although it doesn't go that Oop North because, well, it stops about there, apparently. We've got Birmingham, and Wrexham and Liverpool. There we go. Apparently Birmingham and Liverpool sound the same when I do it, because I'm not very good with accents. So, yeah, it doesn't go... Yeah, it goes up to about here. No Newcastle. Norwich, Ipswich, and this is me here. So we've got one just to the left of me, one sort of right far sort of west. So Wales and that down here. Yeah, Cardiff. And then one... Where's the other one? Then the other one's here. Norwich to... That's like a coal mining thing, yeah. Alright, so... Not too bad. So, Hastings, this has got a power plant, as you can see, that thing there, right? So that requires coal. What I'll do then, I will double track, like so. And then I will run a nice little line that goes along and then up to this... mine here, like so, and then we'll put a bit of a cart on that, and then we'll say, give me, we'll say 4 for now for the coal company. The thing is, the companies will grow and shrink based on what's coming from it. So if we just say 4, and we'll go down, then we'll clear it and come back. The reason I'm okay clearing it is because it's quite a bit of a distance, so I want to sort that out. What I'm also going to do is go to London, and I think I want to probably upgrade my station there to that looks like a train's been available. I've upgraded my station, upgraded to my depot. It's currently a depot. I want to upgrade it to a station. Haven't yet got the cash. Also, I can upgrade these carts. So that's the original one, but this one is a little bit faster, as you can see, and it's pretty much better on everything. You can see there's based on you can see B freight, big freight, I believe. Then there's freight, F freight, fast freight, big freight. I have no idea. Basically, the higher the better because it tells you the max speed. So this is just a better train. Some trains might be better under like, some might be better at like it might look like faster because it'll say maximum speed, whatever, 40. But when you look at the max speed, it might say, for example, if it's just mail, it might be really quick, or passengers, but a freight might be really slow, or the other way around. So it's always best to check that. There we are. So there's them two. I haven't yet got this one upgraded. Well, I'll upgrade that one there as well, even though I've just bought it. You can see it puts me in a bit of the old debtage, but that's no problem at all. I've got money coming in, so I'm not really too worried. What I do want to do is sell my stock, and then I want to buy this power plant, because I know, again, that it's going to go up because this coal's going to come in, so that's fine. Let's go over here in the cannery, and we'll just see that profit, yearly revenue is currently 0, but profit is currently minus 134, so I'm not making much money there at all, which is problematic. This has taken quite a while for this train to come up and down. Looks like I'm going to get the power plant as well, which is most good. This is most good. I want to upgrade this to a station. Actually, I won't be able to do it yet because I haven't got the money. The reason you want to upgrade a station is because you can see 50% carload. Government passes universal healthcare policy. This is good. I mean, not our current government thinks it's good apparently, but you know, this is good in general. But yeah, there we go. Right, so that's good. That means the money's going to go down when it comes to selling certain types of things. So pharmaceuticals. London is good for apparently turning meat into food and also hide into clothing, which, as you can see, We've got a beef company there, and we've got 2 sheep farms. This is good. Someone's just set a nice record there as well. Also, you can see here, we've got 4 food. It's now supplying 4 food. This is great. So I've got enough money, hopefully, to probably upgrade this to a... Hang on, clicky, clicky. We'll go to upgrade and station. There we are. And if you go for a terminal, it's going to cost me a bit of money, but it's worth it because you get good load and unload speed, you see. So we'll go for that one there, and then we can't really upgrade the next one. This, I believe, is already a terminal. Yes, the first starting location is a terminal, so that's fine. So upgrade to a terminal here, it would cost me a fair amount of money, so I'm not going to do it. What I want to do is double track from this corner and all the way here. Now, that's going to cost me 132, so more than I have by a long chalk, but hopefully with this coming in, there we go. We can put that in, and that's all sorted. What I will also do is double track it. Sorry, I'll actually connect these 2 up. It's always best to connect up from the other side first. You can hardly see because of the way the lines are connected, but there you go. They're all connected now. Or rather, they should be connected. If I do that and that, it means they can go along like that if required, or we can go the other way as well. So actually, we'll probably put it about there. See, it's a little bit iffy. It's quite an old game. I think it's 2000 I'm going to say 2004, 2005, but I'm not entirely sure. Right, so I want to go from here. I want to take, I'm going to say 3 passengers, 1 male, and 4 food, and then we'll take it to London, and then we'll rip the passengers, so we'll rip the food off, and then head back with, I think that should do us quite nicely. Close that, confirm it, and there we go. So it's going to go from Chelmsford to London. There we are. Excellent. So... also from London, we need to drag... By the way, I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's off Hot Fuzz. They always use the film Hot Fuzz. They always say London, and I don't know, it just sort of sticks in my head. And then there was actually several people in the last video when I was saying this saying he doesn't even know how to say London. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm aware of what it is. You know, jokes, whatever. Right, so... let us run a bit of a track down. Now, this is going to be a bit dodgy because we're going to have a lot of trains on this, so I might even double track the entire run. In fact, what I might do is bring it to about... I'll bring it like that. Up to about there. Alright, and then what I'll do is double track it from here all the way to that point, and then connect that up to there. So there's 3 stations to go in. Oh, these are not actually technically stations. They're like sidings, I believe they're called. There is a difference. And then we will go up there. There we are. And then we'll go to that up to there. Excellent. Right. And then we'll put a train on it. We'll sort our locomotive out. I was actually recently, only a couple of months ago, I was fortunate enough to... have a trip on the Flying Scotsman because it's was recently bombing around because they've managed to spend a lot of money and actually get the thing back up and running, and I was quite privileged to actually go on the thing. And I remember someone like watching it and stuff. There was hundreds and hundreds of people at the station, and it was someone said, "Oh, it's not a bad train," and someone turned around and went, "It's not a train, it's a locomotive you'll find." Shut up. Technically, you're right. Yes, it is. The train is the full thing. All right, I'll give you that. But can I just not be a massive neckbeard and just say, yeah, you know what? They're enjoying a nice sight of the train. Anyway, that's just my gripe. Especially a bit rude to turn around and correct the person. Like, sorry, mate, sorry. Anyway. So we'll just connect all these up and get these all going, so you can see loads of meat going back and forward. We'll clear all that one there. So that's we're gonna actually have 2 trains, one there, or 3 trains. This one's gonna be separate, which is fine. What I'll do, I'll make sure that they're all sort of connected up to go from one to the other. There we are. So this one can happily go onto the other one. This can go around, so that's fine. There we are. Yeah, it was quite an experience going on the Flying Scotsman. Where was it from? It was from Gromont to Pickering, I believe. Was it that one? I'm going to say Gromont to Pickering, but I can't... I might be getting them wrong. I know I did visit them places while I was there as well. Same as Whitby and Scarborough and other places as well while we're, a little bit of a holiday. Right, so anyway, let's upgrade these things. There we are. I think they're about right. I just need to check over here. I'm actually going to start buying some of my stock out to try and get some of the other things done. We'll probably have some Flying Scotsman things in here, actually. Liverpool, Manchester, steak, Premier Line. I think one of them is called the Flying Scotsman. On these like little journals and stuff in the papers. I don't know where it would be. It might be placed somewhere. We might have already had it. What's the date? 1841. No, we definitely haven't had it. Oh, good grief. But yeah, it was really nice thing to see it. Steam trains are magnificent to see. It was fairly funky, that's for sure. Very enjoyable. Right, what I want to do, there's a coal mine here. And there's a hitch in here which requires coal. So I could take coal from there to there. But in order to do that, it's going to be a little bit dodgy. So what I'm going to do is probably double track Chelmsford like so. And then go up and up to Ipswich like that. And take a bit of a sharp corner because that means I can then put that in there. And then I will connect it up like so, only up to there, because then I can run it like this, you see. So I can run along, and I see a bit of a viaduct here, which looks really cool. It's actually a metal one. And then straight in. There we go, drive through. Everything moves out of the way for you, which is cool. And we'll shove that there. Slight issue, because, oh, look at that, it's really glitched out. It's changed some of it to, like metal, and some of it to the proper viaduct. That's a brick, like, well, yeah, one of them's like a nice brick archway, and the other one's that one. Horrible. Anyway, I prefer the brick myself. Close that. We need to cancel that one. Actually, I've done that wrong. Delete. And then there, we want to max that out. We'll say wait until full, go to there, clear it, and then come back. Job done. Now, I could then get that elsewhere if I wanted to, but we'll see. Let's start buying that power plant, knowing that money's going to be coming in there. Look at Chelmsford, we can see that actually my cannery is almost turned a profit now, so it will eventually get there. We also want to buy this textile mill out, and Isambard's outbid me on this thing, which is a bit annoying. I should have really bought this stockyard and textile mill out while I was on, but I'll do that in just a moment. But yeah, going on the Flying Scotsman was really nice. It was like a big you could call it a privilege. I mean, I don't know many people have got it, although I know that it's pretty much going around the entire UK, sold out everywhere. In fact, when I was on it, the amount of people that were lining, because it went through like all these rolling hills, like these sort of hills and like a little bit of a valley and stuff, was really nice. And the amount of people that were just on top of the hills and stuff, looking down on it and taking photos and things like that, was immense. I did feel like waving, got hi peasants, wish you were here. No, but that would be just un-British, wouldn't it? So right. So almost finished this power plant. It's just cost me $250,000 to buy the thing, but that's whatever, fine. Let's now bid on this textile mill. I'm going to bid on all of these and the stockyard as well. I'm going to get the lot. You can also build a brand new industry, but it costs $500,000, which is not great. Let me buy a bit more stock, because I'm trying to get a total of 70% of my stock, and I think it's the first person to get 70% of their stock, which is almost there. So looks like we'll buy that. There's Isambard bidding on again. What a git. At least Bismarck is in here, because Bismarck is a right. Insert generic profanity here. Right. So how are we doing in terms of money? Looks like I'm actually doing very well according to this. This is good. Looks like a new train's available. Passenger. Look at that. Nice. Iron Duke. Right. I'm just putting a bit more bid on there just because. The Generics and Railway Company is coming straight for you. Looks like Hitchens, just pulling up a Hitchin now. Watch this power plant revenue. It'll just go, the negative is going to go straight down here. One would hope. And this is my stockyard I'm bidding on. Oh, actually not getting a lot. Oh, 9 grand, 9 grand, 9 grand. Yeah, it's slowly going down. This is good. What I'm going to have to do now is upgrade my entire fleet again, and you can see that, yeah, that's just much better again. So we're best off going around. It's best to press that button there, and you just go upgrade. Oh my good grief, they're all been absolute fatheads and going around. Looks like I finally got that out. That's good. Oh, you git, George. I really hate you. I'm going to have to sell some of my stock because I've been upgrading these trains knowing banking on the fact that they wouldn't do what they just did, which is buy me out. So there's all them upgraded anyway. This is good. So, What else does one need to do? I think that's about right. I've got that now. And it looks like increased speed in tight turns. It looks like a patent for 10 years. So I'm going to bid this out because I've got so much money here. And I think I can handle it. So this train is going back and forward fine. This is good. In terms of money, let's have a quick look. Making money on, or the most expensive things here are arms, which is sort of about right. When it hits World War One, the amount of arms sales just skyrocket. So you can, if you know the dates and stuff, you can sort of game it a bit in that sense. But you can also randomize it. So there's an option to do randomization on it. So anyway, what else are we doing? Still bidding on this Westinghouse air brake patent. We have not yet connected. Portsmouth has got nothing near it at all, and it requires steel. Steel turns into bombs. There's nowhere else, as far as I can tell, that's generating steel. Let's mouse over that, and we can see that actually, if we go on the steel mill, there's only a couple of places that generate. Oh, London requires bombs. You can see that's requiring bombs. But in terms of steel, where is the supply of steel coming in? Steel would come in from here, or here, or here. So there's steel miles away, but nowhere close. What I could do, so this has got a power plant. I believe if I build something, I could build a steel mill, which converts coal to steel. That's not exactly how it works, but it's obviously a simplification of these things. What I'm going to do is buy out my stock up to 70%. That should get me the first. Yeah, there we go. Rail Baron builds business. So I should have got the first. Wrong tab. This one. I've got the first one. Yes, I need to connect Liverpool and Manchester. So that's going to be really difficult. There's Liverpool and there's Manchester. Look up the top. It's miles away. It's completely opposite from where I am. So there's no way I'm going to be able to do that. What I'm going to do is go for the economic victory by just buying everybody out. So anyway, I could if I wanted to put the coal wagon here. But I don't think I'm going to bother with that one. Looks like this fishing company. We've got a bit of a problem there. I'm going to have to edit this line because you can see that actually new speed record. Genericson says new speed record with a 422 Iron Duke, 38 miles an hour. Wow, that's pretty good. Let's go to trains cargo. We can see that it's going here, and we're going to not say wait until full. And what we're going to actually do is pull off 4 of the trains, 4 of the carriages rather, and then we'll shrink the train down to half, and then that'll carry back and forward much quicker, because it means at the moment you see it's waiting because there's nothing there, so that's okay. This one is again, oh no, it's not waiting, it's actually filling up, so that's good. What we'll do then, we will upgrade these stations to terminals. Everything where there is a station will get a terminal. There we go, and it doesn't really matter where it is, as long as I've done it, it's all upgraded. So we currently don't have anything going from, I believe. Oh no, we do have Ipswich to Chelmsford. I'm sure we have an Ipswich to Chelmsford. Let's have a quick look. It is the Chelmsford fishing car. That one there. That one is Chelmsford, London. We want Ipswich. Ipswich, Colliery, Hitchin. That's what that one is there. So it goes there. London Beef Company run. Blah, blah, blah. Where is the one going from Chelmsford to Ipswich? I thought there was one. I think it's... I don't think so, actually. No, I think it's going from there to there. Alright, okay. This has got clothes now, as you can see as well. There's lots of clothing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to edit this car. Modify the train's cargo. And then when it goes back, what it's going to do is bring 4 clothing. Alright, send 4 clothing away. Same as this one. We'll... That's okay, and that's okay. We will modify the train's route, and when it gets to London, what we'll do, we'll actually reduce massively the amount of food and mail, and bring probably 3 food off. Hang on, that's wrong. 3 food and 2 clothing. So it's going to take some passengers from Hastings up to London, and then come back with hopefully passengers' mail, food, and clothing. So there we go. I've got nearly 1 million. Look at that. That's actually going to probably hit 1 million right now. This is good. Right, so Norwich is over there. We've still got an Ipswich cattle ranch in the corner. We haven't yet got anything going between here and here. So let's go there and then there. That'll go back and forward, and we'll actually take... We could take food back, but it's travelling to London, so I don't think we need to bother too much. There we go. Things are going to start to get a little bit cramped now. I think we've actually got... Can we not reduce somehow this Yeah, you can press space at any point and actually reduce it back down. That's a bit broken. Yeah, that's an accident. So yeah, you can see it's actually all lined up here. I think there's 3 tracks. 1, 2, 3. Yes, there's 3 tracks here. So that's okay. Coming in at Chelmsford. Gonna don't want to buy other people's stock. I'm gonna buy a little bit of everyone's stock. Buy 1 in each of one in Brunel, 1 in Stevenson, because why not? Beverage is pretty much cold now and almost gone, and I don't think we're anywhere near winning. But we'll see how it goes. So let's keep on expanding. One thing you don't want to do is become stagnant in the game. You can't become stagnant. If you do, you will lose. And you will lose very quickly. So what I want to do is double track this up to the end there. And then run it straight through the cattle company, because why not? And then we'll actually take a bit of a corner and then straight into Portsmouth like so. Right, there we are. Shove that in, and then what we'll do, we will double track Portsmouth up to about here, and then we will run something up to Salisbury. There we are, and I like a little bit of a curve in there, and then line it up with his. There you are, and then we'll put that there. You can be a little bit dodgy with this, because if I ran it right to the left and then straight across like so, it would mean he can never not double track to that side. So that's a bit it's a bit of a dick move, and I'm against the computer. I'm nowhere near. I'm not bothered. I'll happily do it. No problem at all. It's a computer. It doesn't have feelings, unless Sid Meier is a really good programmer, and it might have feelings. Right. So we're gonna go for this, and then we'll go there. And we'll carry it back over. That's about right. There we go. We'll have 3. Following goods are not being picked up. Oh, medicine. Right, okay. So I was going to pick up medicine and bring it back to Portsmouth. But Portsmouth actually doesn't require medicine. I believe London does, though. London does not require medicine. Okay, so this is supplying medicine. But nowhere requires medicine, which is interesting. Oh, well. I said Sid Meier might be a great programmer. I don't think he programmed this. I know he did a bit of it. I'm pretty sure I watched like a making of, and he said, oh, I want to make it. I could be completely making this up, by the way. This could be complete fabrication on my part, but I think there was something along the lines of, oh, I really want to make a train game, but he was doing other things at the time, probably Civ 3 or something, or might have even been 4, whatever. And it was just, oh, I want to make a train game. Well, if you can do a crack on, so he did. He got 3D Studio Max and all that, and made the models, and then programmed the trains and stuff, and then that was it. And it was like, well, there you go, proof of concept. Right, we'll make it then. Fair enough, we'll make it. And, yeah, it's still cool. Hastings Comet is named. You can see it's in yellow, because it is a named piece. This is good. Fashion World Shudders at Homemade Clothing Fad. So that's bad, because I've got money in this sort of thing. You can see actually my stockyard and my textile mill are still in negative balance. I still have made a profit of it. My cannery is more than paid for itself. 151 million. Sorry, 151,000. 151 million I would have won a long time ago. 151,000 for that, so that's good. Cannery's not making any money over in which because there's no places for that. Looks like halves the cost to build bridges here. A nice little patent. I'm on a fairly flat piece of land, so I don't really need to do that. If I was round here, then fair enough. Actually, yeah, speaking of that, have you seen that? There's a Portsmouth Trawler Limited there. So where's the best place I could bring that to? Let's have a little clickaroo, and we can see that the closest place is over here. So it's miles away. It really is miles and miles away. So probably not the best thing to do that. What I'll do, I will... I'm not going to outbid these because I don't think we really want to do that. It looks like Salisbury requires food, and Portsmouth doesn't yet have anything that's great there. It's got a war factory. What I'm going to do, I'm going to spend a lot of money here and build myself a cannery. There we are. So there's a cannery in. And then what I want to do is I want to double track from pretty much the entire length, like so, and we'll connect them all up. And then, as a matter of course, I like to put in these like little sections. Damn it, that didn't work properly because it just didn't trust me on this. It didn't connect up. You can see there's still a piece that's saying it's on the end. So what I'm going to have to do is try and click on it and delete it, which is obviously problematic. Hang on. I'm going to probably have to delete that section. Can't delete. That's really problematic. That's really screwed us over now because I can't do anything with that piece now. Damn it. I'm going to have to delete that piece of track, then delete it. Why can't I delete that piece of track? Look, that's the piece I want to delete. That one there. Oh, I had it. I had it for a second there. There, that one. Delete that piece of track. There we go. That's that gone. And, oh, there's something popped up. I think it was a new train. So connect them up. They're now connected. And then from here, up to there. That's now connected up because it's got an endpoint. This is good. Same the other side. Excellente. And then over here, we want to go to there. And then the same sort of thing. Alright, so they can go between the two. Then what I want to do is run a piece of track right along the outside. So it's a lovely coastal route. Absolutely beautiful route. I mean, it's completely pointless in terms of... in terms of its sightseeing capability. Well, no, in sightseeing capability is good, but in reality, I'd actually tell you that. In reality, it's not really that good because the only people they're going to see are fishermen. So, or the people driving the train, rather. So yeah, the engineers. Oh well. So we're in Portsmouth here, so we'll just connect these up here so it can land on whatever it wants, whatever track it wants, it can go on. Right. So it looks like a new train is available. So let's just have a quick upgrade and see what it is. So it's that one there. Ah, there you go. Look, you can see the maximum speed is about the same, but it says preferred cargo passenger, and this is preferred cargo freight. But that's only because if you see the drop off for freight, the drop off for freight is much lower. But it is mail cars and passengers. It's a little bit faster. The drop-off's a bit different there, look, you see. So over this sort of number of cars, if you have 2 or 3 cars, this one's actually better. But in reality, pretty much like every train in the game, you just do this and upgrade the lot. Later on, you do tend to get more specialised trains. But remember, this is very early on in the whole locomotion area. In fact, what time is it? It's date rather 1858. So it's, I mean, come on, that's very early on. I've upgraded my entire fleet, which has cost me a lot of money, but that's fine. I'm going to buy a bit more of my stock. Obviously, if I don't, it means that people can then buy me out, and that would be problematic. Speaking of buying people out, George Hudson's going to cost 14 million to buy out fully. I could start buying Brunel stocks and shares, but that would be a bit problematic. It would be a bit problematic indeed. Trying to think of the best way to go about trying to get a win on this. So, I am making money and I'm doing quite well, but I'm not making a lot of money fast, which is never great. That one, actually, what I've realised is here. Salisbury takes, I believe it's fertiliser into chemicals, sorry, and changes it into medicine. And I've got Portsmouth Sheep Farm, see, fertiliser, whatever chemicals, same thing here as well. So, what's probably best is if I double track from here, like so, and then connect straight up. Actually, what we'll do, we'll then double track from here up to about there. Make sure actually that is upgraded, it is a full upgrade, and that's full upgraded as well, yes. Then we'll connect these two up from there and there. Right, there we are. So there's them two done. And then we will have a train going from here, which is going to get all of that fertiliser, wait until full, and then go to there. Alright, and then you can clear the train and come back. Alright. We've also got one from the Portsmouth Sheep Farm. Now, this is going to be a little bit more problematic, but I have a little bit of a cheat. We'll head right up the hill, like so, right? So it's actually quite high. And then we will double track to about there. That's fine. And then what we want to do is run a massive track right over the top, like a big viaduct type thing, which looks really cool. But the problem I have is that getting over and down is problematic. We can reduce it. We actually press, like, up and down to reduce the height of it. So I think about there. And what I want to do is really sort of curve it round. Moderate downhill, steep downhill. Connecting up to there would connect up to the wrong side. So what I want to do really is sort of gently go down, but it's not doing it at all. Textile Saw has rediscovered passion for fashion. Nice. And that's good for me, but it went down last time, so we can expect that. So we'll slowly curve this down as much as I can. I'm trying to do it manually, but it's not really working out, as you can see. Although I might get it in here. I have, by the look of it, if I just double track it from the end here, yeah, that should work by just doing that. There we go. So that's now another set, which clear that. There we go. So that's a lot of money. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy out the chemical plant. Now, the thing is, the chemical plant is actually really, really good because this guy has been sending chemicals to it for a long time from here, I believe. So, is it Hudson? It is Stevenson. So Stevenson will probably bid against me, or at least you would expect so. I'm just going to buy a bit more of my own stock out here and buy some others as well. When I see it, I'm just going to buy it out there. George Stevenson, look at that. So Brunel and George Stevenson, I think the lot, George Hudson, George Stevenson and Brunel are bidding against each other, which is fine. 6 seconds, this is problematic. I'm going to have to actually sell some of my own stock because I overdid it again. And make sure I can bid on this one. No. There we go. So I am going to own this and my money's going right up again. We'll just buy a bit more stock for other people. Because I've got a bit more surplus now. Look at the choo-choo trains doing choo-choo stuff. That's cool. Right, so it looks like a steel mill is up for auction. Let's have a quick look at the industry. So it is in here, in Landinwood? Landindod. Wells, whatever. It actually makes quite a bit of money. I'm going to put a cheeky bid on it just to annoy him. Just to annoy him. And if he outbids me, I might go further. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I didn't actually really want it, so that's sort of screwed me over. I've screwed myself over really by buying that, but whatever. I'll be fine. So how many tracks are in London? London, we've got a couple of tracks. What I'm going to do then, I want a double track from here all the way into Hastings. And what I'll do is connect that up to that. Hang on, it's going to be a bit difficult, but we'll try. Oh, it's a bit difficult. Yeah. That's connected, that's good. And then, we'll do the same thing on this side. So that can go into there. Bit sharp, innit? Let's go from either way. There we go, that goes in nicely. And then, I'm not going to be able to mess around before the bridge. I don't really want to have... I don't want to switch things around there. We'll have it about like that, so they can go off left and right. Then what I want to do is go from here. And we'll say 6 food going back, and then actually we'll just clear it. Back and forward, back and forward. Right. So I now have a steel mill that I didn't want. Did I actually buy it? Yep, definitely on the steel mill. Didn't want that. Oh well. There's also a war factory here as well. Now this is where you can start really being a little bit annoying. And what you do is you look at what people have got, and if they're doing well, you sort of take a slice of their business. You know, if they've done very, very well, you can sort of sneak in there, assuming they don't want to bid or don't have the money to bid. You can then sneak in there and say, well, actually, you've done very well, but I'm going to profit from your nice train network. What I'm going to do, I'm going to alter this train, modify its path. Actually, I'm not going to modify the path. I'm going to say, not wait until full. I'm going to pull a couple of carriages off it as well. There we go. Because there's no point in it sitting there. Might as well go back and forward. There is an advantage for having the train sitting there because I believe it costs more money to run it. But you can see, there's a general cost for having a train. Maintenance costs and such. But I think it's just a case of when it goes back and forward, you want to. I'm going to speed up to actually max speed here. There we go. Is that max? That's max. There we go. Yeah, you want to, you know, if it travels, I think there is like a bit more money like it uses or takes to make it go. It looks like we're having a lot of issues over here, as you can see. And I think what would resolve it if I did this, that should hopefully fix the problem. London's obviously, well, big place. Don't know if you know that, but yeah, there's a lot of problems going in and out of the place. There we go. Ah, damn it. I wanted to connect them up, and it didn't work. Pressing space, by the way, doesn't actually cancel your overall... It isn't... If you click on the building... I always do that. I'm in the middle of clicking something, and another train pops up. Yeah, this thing here, as you can see, it didn't connect properly. That connected up. Oh, that's fine. Right, so we'll spin this back around, and we'll reset it. There we are, about there. Right, looks like a new train was available, so let's have a quick look at the Comet here. Hastings Comet, and you can see that's actually a lot quicker, but the freight's really bad. Look at that. It's quite bad for that. Good for mail, and passengers is okay. but it's actually slower for freight. And since most of my business is in freight, I'm not going to bother. So let's just go around and think and have a quick look. 25% traction on inclines. I'm going to bid on that. Thank you very much. I just realised that this Comet, actually, I did upgrade it, but I want to downgrade it again. Because it did have some passengers, but not a lot. I've got a lot of inclines to go up and down, so I'm definitely going to get this. With the money I have, there's no way I can't get it. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to buy my stock out. Completely bought my stock out. Don't know what the other objectives are. We're currently on the Railway Mania. 52 years remaining to do it. Build the LNWR Premier Line connecting Birmingham, Liverpool, London, Manchester. And participate in the Railway Mania by 20% minority stake in every other railway. So I actually have it in quite a few, but not in George Hudson. So I basically have to buy him out. What's this? There's a steel mill that he's trying to buy. And it does a bit of business, so let's put a cheeky bid in there. Why not? Cheeky, cheeky, naughty, naughty. And speed record near Manchester. Look at that. That's cool. And ding, done. So I now own that as well. So anything that I'm just going to click on each one of these trains. Anything that is just running passengers, like that one, that gets upgraded to the new train. The rest don't. Now it's slightly problematic because some of these trains do a bit of both. They carry passengers one way and then others back. So, look at that revenue there for the chemical plant. It's still in negative balance, but, you know, it's slowly going up. In terms of the textile mill, look at that, it's nearly $500,000 in profit. Most of these are in profit in some way. Cannery isn't. What about the cannery here, which I own because I bought it out? Still in a massive negative balance. Huge, actually. Very surprised. Very surprised. Overall profit is 24,000. It's a real loss maker, that one. Well, it's not. It's not loss. Not making a loss at all. But it's not exactly, you know, making the bank manager happy either, is it? So we've got a cattle company here, the cattle ranch, and we could, if we wanted to, bring that over to. Well, the closest place is probably London. Yes, London is where it actually requires it. You can see it shows on the mini map there, but doing that would probably not be great. Person's turbine patent. Oh, this is great. Increases freight pulling power for all trains. I need this because most of my business is in freight. So I'm going to bid on this. I've got 2 million, nearly 3 million in the bank. There's no way that they can outbid me on this one. And it's mine. So that's really going to help me out. And it actually went for relatively low amount of money. I think I'm actually going to leave it there because I've won this. There's no real way for them to buy me out. As you can see, I own all of my stock. I own a 30% stake in George Stephenson, a 40% stake in Brunel, and nothing in George Hudson. I've currently got 3.3 million, and it's going up. There's 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, 3.7. You can see the speed in which I'm making money. So I guess the way to win this would pretty much be to wait, and after maybe 5 minutes I'd buy out Brunel, and then that's me on a roll. There's no brakes on this buyout train, not at all. So we are going to leave it there. That is a bit more of Sid Meier's, whatever, Railroads. Oh, it's a great game, and I really wish we had a sequel. There's been a couple of games that have tried to emulate it, but never have managed to get the it's cartoony, but it's also it's very playable, but it also is about trains. You know what I mean? It's not like greatly dumbed down. There's a lot of systems in place. Like there's a lot of things to work out. It's not just like you click and drag and I want them to go there and there. It's just a fun game. It is a fun game, and games either go one way or the other. They make it too simple or they make it too complicated, and this one is a nice middle ground. At least that's my opinion, obviously. As always, links in the description so you can check it out yourself. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings. Could the Railroad Baron buy out the royal family? It's possible. Maybe.